Hello everyone and welcome to OST Live, a weekly broadcast on blockchain, branded tokens, and token economies. And we are here today with CEO Jason Goldberg. He's talking to us from Los Angeles. Jason, welcome back to OST Live.
Thanks for having me, Jose. It's great to see you in person.
What brings you out here to LA?
Yeah, so I've been traveling around over the last couple of weeks, meeting with a number of OST partners, clients, and future partners. And today we met with LGBT Token and the team behind Hornet, one of the largest gay and lesbian social networks with 25 million downloads. And today we did a workshop planning out their token economy. It's very exciting. We're working on a launch in early next year. And when we launch, we hope to be one of the largest live use cases, if not the largest live use cases to date in terms of actual implementation of blockchain.
That's great. And you also will be continuing to travel. So where are you going next?
Well, today and tomorrow I'm here in LA, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday I'm going to be spending some time in the Washington, D.C. area, and also thankfully going to be seeing my family for Thanksgiving. And then from there flying to Singapore, where we have a number of exciting partners we're working on. So I'll be in Singapore and then spending the next few days in Pune, India with a number of our engineering team as we plan out the next few months of engineering.
That's great, and we'll get to what the team has been working on in just a bit. But before that, can you tell us a little bit about your opinion or your thoughts and comments on the current crypto market?
You know, markets go up, markets go down. Builders keep building. You know, our team is very focused on building real solutions, building real use cases for blockchain, and taking blockchain to the mainstream. Our partner companies represent today over 300 million end consumers. That compares to about 30 million total people in the world who own crypto wallets today. And what we're gearing up for and we're really focused on for next year is how do we bring that to market? How do we enable our partner companies to benefit from having branded token economies that are stored value that they can use to stimulate their communities and to create economies around their ecosystems? That's our entire focus as a team and as a project. Markets, that's not really our focus at all.
So this past weekend, you sent out some tweets in regards to ICOs. Can you expand a little bit on what you meant?
Yes, the ICO market is tightening, and at OST we think that's a good thing, and it's something we've been preparing for a couple of years now. OST was built on a counter thesis to the prevalent thesis at the time in the blockchain crypto market. A couple of years ago, everyone was talking about ICO this, ICO that, and everyone thought that everyone was going to do an ICO. And we looked out at the market and we said that didn't really seem practical, that we thought that 99.99% of companies have no business doing an ICO, that not everyone was going to create the technology they need to even warrant doing an ICO and having a token sale, having their own token, that the legal headache, the regulatory headache involved with an ICO would be too much for most companies. And so what we did back then is we created the OpenST protocol and the OST technology stack. And the OpenST protocol is basically a method for using the OST token as a base token against creating branded tokens, branded digital currencies for all these other companies that they can run on open, scalable side blockchains, and using our scalability solution Mosaic and using our turnkey software tools to basically launch their own branded currency without the legal headache, without the regulatory headache, and without the technology risk and costs of going it alone. We're going to serve as a single legal regulated entity on behalf of all of our clients. We're handling things such as wallet security, KYC, AML for them, working on things like how they do easy to use smart contracts, a number of technology innovations that go into the OST stack. And we think that for, again, this 99.99% of companies, whether they considered an ICO in the past or whether they're thinking about having a branded currency in the future, we think that working with OST is just a much smarter solution than pursuing your own ICO at this point.
So now we're reaching the end of 2018. We're now about halfway through Q4. Can you tell us a little bit about what the team has been working on?
Sure. So a number of exciting developments underway that we're looking to make progress on and launch in Q4. So the first is we're working on how do we enable key management solutions for mainstream applications to be able to have tens of millions of users and to have a path from people having a very lightweight approach to crypto keys to heavier approaches as people accumulate more tokens. That involves such things as ephemeral keys so that people can have session-based ways to sign for transactions, so you don't have to actually take out a crypto key and sign for every single transaction, while also keeping the entire system very safe and secure. We're launching a wallet API and SDK, so our partner companies can integrate this technology very seamlessly and easily into their existing applications. And as you can imagine, though, with dealing with our partners that have tens of millions of users, we take their security very, very carefully and very seriously We've been working with a number of security experts on this. And so key management is a very important topic, but it's one where we really think we can really innovate on the user experience of blockchain, which also speaks to another big thing that our team is working on, which is around token rules. And so we built some infrastructure that would enable the ability for our partner companies to create smart contracts. And now we're working on the ability for them to create those smart contracts with their branded tokens without requiring them to write any code. And so the way this works is with a graphical interface that essentially you just need to create some if-then logic that then leads to the writing of a smart contract. So you can imagine, you can say, for these users who meet this criteria or have taken this action or have performed this event, distribute these tokens to them and maybe have a rule on the tokens as well. And then have a smart contract that governs that. You can also have certain timing for the contracts, expiration for the contracts, various conditions. And so that's a very exciting innovation, really creating, again, user experience for blockchain. And then the third thing that our team is working on is around KYC AML. And so this is a work stream where, because we're managing for our partner companies how people are going to be able to earn tokens, how they're going to be able to spend tokens, how they're going to be able to redeem their tokens, it's very important that we almost provide a KYC as a service for all of our partner companies so they can rely on us to be the single regulated entity and the single entity responsible for their KYC of their end users. And then fourth, we're working on a number of things that kind of extend. You think about taking the wallet and then taking KYC, then around kind of building a redemption network, a partner network where people who earn branded tokens can then redeem those branded tokens for a number of things in the real world. So whether it's for a gift card, whether it's for another service, whether it's exchanging a branded token for another token, a very exciting work stream that we think can have lots of value and also create interoperability between our partners and between the real world.
Great. So that's a lot of exciting stuff that the team has been working on. A few weeks ago, we released an interactive roadmap for the next few years. So can you tell us a little bit about what's in the pipeline for OST? What can people expect next year?
Yeah, well, the first thing is, as I said before, we're going to market next year. So our plan is to start launching real live customer pilots, client pilots where branded tokens will be earned, they'll be bought, they'll be traded. They'll be spent on goods and services within apps for mainstream use cases. So this is a big moment. And as I said, we have 300 million plus end users amongst the current OST partners, and that's only going to grow. And so we really think we're going to play a big critical role in kind of bringing and improving blockchain use cases in the mainstream. So the first thing that we've been doing in getting ready for next year is just making sure we have the right team in place. And we have a very hardworking 60-person OST team around the globe. We have offices in New York, in Berlin, Pune, India, Hong Kong. We have people here in Los Angeles, in Montreal, even in Belgrade, Serbia. And what we've been going through right now, one is on the people front, is looking at where we need more people and more resources in order to pull off this big feat ahead of us. And so we have a number of positions we're hiring for. If you're looking to grow your career in blockchain and work on one of the most exciting projects that's bringing blockchain to mainstream, I encourage you to go to our website, look at our careers, look at our opportunities, and apply for a job at OST. And then the second thing is just working really closely with our partner companies, both the ones we today and several that we're talking to about future partner companies of ours, and working on their token plannings. We do workshops where we really model out their token economies. We look at the various ways that people are going to earn and spend and buy the tokens inside their economies. We look at where smart contracts are going to come into play, and then looking at the technology integration and starting to plan for those pilots we talked about. And one thing we caution all of our partners is let's find some things that we can try and test and learn and then iterate from there. I'm really excited to launch some of these pilots next year.
Great. And everybody, thank you for watching this. Be sure to stay tuned with OST's updates. You can check out our Medium. That's where we usually release updates. Or if you have a question, be sure to join our Telegram channel. And as always, Jason, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Jose.